But yeah, we gotta move on. We got lots more stories actually to get to, but the next stories come directly from Nintendo. Um, and this one is kind of a big announcement about the
Yeah.
new mobile game that's coming out. The
Miitomo!
Nintendo Twitter of Japan, the Nintendo Japan's Twitter account announced that Miitomo will launch in Japan on March 17th. And the game is supposed to be out this month also in the West, but
That's in a
there's
couple days
no.
for those that are listening on
Yeah,
our
yeah,
Twitter
Thursday.
or
Thursday, I believe.
SoundCloud or yeah, or Thursday.
So yeah,
Weird time to launch.
that'll be so interesting though. Even though we don't have the actual date for here in the West, it'll be so fascinating to actually like see it, happening and how people are using it and just like more details about how it all
Yeah, I'm
functions. Because
excited. I mean,
yeah,
and I don't say that to be like, oh, it's Nintendo. I'm excited for something, but it's just something that hasn't really completely been done before. An idea of social media messaging based around your kind of personality or something. I'm not even completely sure what it is, but I think back to like Coke Music, which I used to play a lot as a kid,
yeah,
or like Habbo Hotel or whatever that was called. That was some freaky stuff online. Like that was, I don't know how old was I when I played that because I remember you were in middle school and you would get me Coke caps for my codes,
uh-huh,
and so that had to mean I was in elementary school, so I had to have been like 10 or so, even younger probably. And I'm on the internet with strangers.
yeah,
That quickly introduced me to the dangers of the online world and the corruptness and the sickos out there.
yeah.
I have so many interesting stories from Coke Music where I just would be like, "Yo, come over and chill in my Coca-Cola pad," and just these freaks come over and they're like, "Yo, kid, how old are you? What are you selling?"
Yeah.
But anyway, it's there hasn't really been something like that as far like along those lines where it's like I mean a phone and I used to work at a daycare and stuff in high school as a part-time job, and all these kids have mobile phones. They have smartphones. They have you go to I'm on the light rail to go to work in Minneapolis, and there's kids that come on the 3 p.m. train, and they're all coming home from school, and they all have smartphones. And I mean, you look back at Tamagotchi Life, which was a huge, I think, success for that age group of people that are like, oh, you hook up, Billy hooked up with Sally in my Tamagotchi Life game, like
Uh-huh.
kids love that. And
Yeah.
adults love that too. Like, there's adults that like to just kind of like to fantasize or have that imaginary sort of world and stuff. You look at The Sims. You look at, every sort of. There's so many games out there that do that, and so I think it could have potential to be a big success.
Yeah.
And I could also just imagine that if it's anything like Tamagotchi Life combined with Facebook messaging or something like that, it's gonna be fun. The Mii's have a really cute charm to them. I think anyway. I know a lot of people don't like the Mii brand, or I think it's just because they poorly associate that with, or associate it poorly with the Wii brand, which now has exhausted itself and it become a really bitter taste in our mouths.
Right.
If you would have asked people 5 or 10 years ago if they like the Wii brand, they'd be like, "Absolutely, Grandma loves it." But
Uh-huh.
now it's just kind of overstayed its welcome. But I think it's going to be very, very fun, or just definitely a new kind of cool shakeup in the mobile industry. And I think we'll also see it this month. Like, I don't think it'll be too much later than March 17th for us because I
Yeah.
think they said March worldwide. And so,
Yeah. Yeah,
um,
I could see right before the end of the month. That's what I'm kind of guessing. And
yeah, the
yeah.
31st makes sense or
Yeah.
something. Like, that's a Thursday. And so,
Yep.
2 weeks later.
Yeah. It'll be very interesting to see how it all turns out and stuff because it's their first mobile game and it's kind of their first experiment. But I do think we'll be seeing some more major line titles. I think it's really just kind of their soft
Yeah.
launch of something. So yeah.
Probably, honestly, probably also there. I mean, if it's like Tomodachi Life, they're going to get a really good demographic of how many people are going to be using Nintendo on mobile, because Tomodachi Life like says how old are you, what's your gender, what's your skin tone, what's your favorite kind of sushi. I mean, they have all those weird questions, and if they are able to data collect that through Miitomo, they can put that out there, and it's like, oh, like a bunch of 5-year-old girls play Miitomo.
Yeah.
They're all on their mobile phones playing this game. let's make a very specific Princess Peach game, or
Uh-huh.
oh, we have and it could be kind of skewed because you have people like us, that are going on. It's like, a bunch of 20-something-year-old guys are playing this game. That seems kind of weird, but you have those people that are going to support Nintendo no matter what. But that also is kind of now that I think about it, a really brilliant move for them to do a game so based on demographics as their launch title for mobile.
Yeah.
Kind of a sneaky way to do that.